My prospect says no to me, and therefore I don't want to make outbound sales calls. What can I do to avoid this, and how can I stop it from derailing my sales goals and plans? So I get sent a list of questions on a regular basis from business people on how they can improve their sales results. And in this series for the start of the year, I'm going to do a couple of short, sharp videos that are key to getting sales success and getting where you and your business, where you want it to be, resolved. In this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips on what you can do when your prospect says no, how you can overcome it and make sure it doesn't stop you from hitting your sales numbers. The first thing is this, or what I call my 3 P's of dealing with the no. The first thing is to prepare for it. You're going to get it. You know that most people, when you pick up the phone, are going to say to you that they're not interested or it's not right at this moment in time. So the best way we can deal with that is to prepare a response that we can use, which I'll share in a moment, that you can then give back to the prospect and then be quiet. You know it's going to happen, so deal with it, prepare for it. And if you're prepared, you can then see what happens from here and you'll be amazed at what type of results you'll get. Point number 2 is this, practice it. You know you're going to get that no, so if we practice what we're going to say and repeat it time and time again, so it becomes second nature to us, we're in a better position when it actually does happen to then deal with it in a calm and effective way rather than panic and think, oh, what do I do next? We can prepare for this stuff if we practice effectively. So let's look at what we should say back to the prospect in order to make sure we don't let their no derail our conversation. And the third point is this, perfect your reply. Have a list of replies that you can use when a prospect says, no, I'm not interested, that you can use at different times. And because you've practiced them and prepared for them, you can then ensure that you give those answers to the prospect to help ensure that you at least try and carry the conversation forward. In most cases, most salespeople put the phone down when someone says, no, they're not interested, and they miss out on a potential opportunity. I want to be in a position where I can help you not do that and see if that targeted prospect who is right for what you do can still become a customer. Here are a few of the things that I think you can say in order to ensure that you deal with that no when you initially get it. So a great response you could use would be something like this. Look, I'm totally with you, Alex, and I understand that you're busy, but all I'm asking for is 30 seconds to share an idea that I believe could make a major impact on your business. Does that sound fair? Or another great response could be, I totally get that you're busy and didn't really want to hear from me, and I didn't expect you to be interested, to be honest with you. You know, you don't know anything about me or what we do, but the CEOs that I talk to that are really keen to solve problem X are really happy they made time to do that. Is problem X an issue for you? Now, obviously in those cases where I've put problem X, you can identify and put in here the main problem or want that your business solves for your targeted set of customers. And the key thing here is making sure that you are targeted about who you're engaging with, whether it's a certain type of industry or profession or whatever. If you go after everyone, selling is going to be a challenge. Focus on your perfect customer, especially if you've got case studies and evidence of where you've solved problems like that for previous CEOs or business people in the past. That person you're trying to engage with is going to be more inclined to listen than not. You're more likely to get a no than a yes. So if you prepare, you practice, and you perfect how you're going to respond, you're in a far better position to deal with it, and you never know. You might even find that prospect then says, well, actually, we do have this problem, and yeah, that is a challenge for me, or okay, here's 30 seconds, tell me what it is you can do for me. And then that stage there, we've then got an outline that we can give to them that can hopefully continue the conversation onwards. So another thing to consider when a prospect says no is to just pause. If you can let that momentary element in your brain, instead of going, I need to put the phone down and get away from here, go, okay, this is going to be happening, I'm expecting it, and pause, you'd be surprised what happens. Yeah, the prospect may put the phone down, in which case then you can pick the phone back up and say, hey, I lost contact with you. Or it may well be that you pause and just say, well, what do you need to hear from me in order to think that was a really good use of your time? The key thing is this, pausing allows our brain to do some thinking before it gets to the stage of being in a panic mode and knowing what to do. And of course, if we practice, then we're in a good position. The other key point is this, have a bit of humor. Using humor can be a big way in order to get prospects to even build a rapport with you. And even saying something such as, I was so scared about phoning you, but actually maybe I didn't need to be. Or are you really that scary? Be able to just have a bit of a joke, have a bit of a laugh with them. There's a number of things you can say that can hopefully put them at ease, make them smile, and make you smile and think, actually, what's the worst that can happen here? If they then say, no, you're still an idiot, and put the phone down, so what? It's happened. But actually, they might think that, hey, you've been a bit clever and at least you've tried to engage with them, and maybe you've said something that has made them laugh. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes of your time. Using humour is a great way in order to get your prospect to actually hopefully break down those barriers and build some rapport. And you know what? Have a think, write down some stuff that you can say that would make you smile, that if someone interrupted you on your day, that you'd think, oh yeah, that's quite interesting, that's quite funny. I remember someone ringing me once and saying to me that they've got a minute, and if they didn't get that minute, then they'd be fired from their job. Only joking, but please can you give me a minute? And it made me laugh. The point is this, try a few different elements, use a bit of humour, try and make it an informal conversation with the person you're talking to rather than a scripted sales activity. And you're going to be in a far better position to at least deal with them saying no and making sure that that conversation doesn't end there and hopefully leads on to some further business in time. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it's been useful and has given you some insights. What works for you when it comes to outbound prospecting and making calls or speaking to new prospects? How do you feel in that? What can I do that can help you get better results in that area? I'd love to help you get better sales results and stop that sales pain that we all feel when numbers don't happen. So hopefully this has given you some insights and thoughts on what you can do when your prospect says no.